Well, howdy there, Internet people, it's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump's Marines hitting a roadblock. Despite promises from Trump that they were on the way, and despite the Secretary of Defense telling lawmakers they were fully trained, and despite all of the AI images or out-of-context images that started circulating on social media last night, as of this morning, the Marines deployed to the LA area are still undergoing training, and spokespeople weren't certain when that training would be completed. A spokesperson for Northern Command said the Marines, quote, have not completed their standing rules for the use of force and non-lethal weapons training, and I do not have an estimate of when they will be employed by Task Force 51. Task Force 51 is U.S. Army North Command for Homeland Operations. So, what does this mean? Well, the first part about the standing rules for the use of force is them getting a very in-depth briefing of those laws I went over last night. They're making sure they understand the difference between what's federal property and what's not, what their obligations are, and hopefully really drilling it in. A mistake here, even if it doesn't result in tragedy, could be a career ender. I really feel for those giving the briefing and having to answer all those questions. Now, the non-lethal weapons training is interesting, and it could mean a number of things. It means they're learning how to use shields and batons. That can get very complex. They have to rehearse the various tactics. Maybe not every Marine is trained on the Mossy and the 203. Having been instructed on both, I can say that it's definitely something you want to be very comfortable with before having to use it. They might even have them train with the M32. They'll be taught the difference between different kinds of distraction devices. Those are non-lethal grenades, and so on. They may even have them do a little bit of fighting blind, which is where they learn to deal with the effects of OC. That's pepper spray to normal people. This process could be completed quickly, or it might take some time. That part that says, I do not have an estimate of when they will be employed by Task Force 51, just reflects the reality of trying to bring a battalion up to speed on the type of operations that could be conducted. I'm sure those wanting to see Marines harm Americans will have no problem with the additional training. On that note, a Marine spokesperson said the training included, quote, non-lethal crowd control techniques for the purpose of de-escalating any situation they are dispatched to address in support of protecting federal personnel or property. This is very much a if you know moment. They are making sure those Marines they are sending into this very unfortunate situation have all of the training they need to be in compliance with the law and not harm their fellow citizens. We see you, and I'm certain the Marines being sent in appreciate the extra training. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.